good morning everybody. We're coming to you with another test today. Kind of the new kid on the block here in terms of touchless. So this is Optimum Hyper Technologies, I believe is their name. Touchless Decon wash. They are saying on the website that like no scrubbing is required. So the other kind of famous one that we know about is Bilt Hamber Touchless. This is tried and true. This is out of the UK, sugar-based formula, and we're going to compare the two and see how they do. So a few differences. I won't get into the weeds super deep on these, but Bilt Hamber, as we know, it's sugar-based, it's biodegradable, and the new formula, which I have here, calls for a 2% PIR. If you don't know what PIR is, I'll link to a description below how you can figure that out. But it's panel impact ratio, and it just talks about, you know, the company actually says to get maximum cleaning, you want to use a 2% PIR, 1%, or 0.5. And so that just tells you how much product to use and to dilute. So it's really helpful. Most companies, or American companies at least, will just tell you how many ounces to water you should use and go from there. So less to be meaning, you know, you touch the car less. That doesn't mean it's totally touchless and you're just rinse it and walk away. So I think Bilt Hamber has made that clear. My dilution, I've figured this out already. I use 4.5 ounces for 16 ounces of water, and that's my dilution for a 2% PIR because we want to use this at its maximum dilution ratio. Optimum Touchless Decon, I mentioned that was a 10.5 pH. This is actually a pH neutral. Technically on their SDS sheets, it says it's a pH of 6. Their instructions are interesting. Some of the things are a bit conflicting. It does say, you know, no scrubbing required, and then it does say if it's heavily soiled, then go back and do a contact wash. So touchless car wash, foaming pre-car wash, heavy duty decon wash, pH neutral formula. Add 4 ounces to 32 ounces of water in a foam cannon. Rinse vehicle, remove loose dirt. It says rinse the vehicle first. We're not going to do that. I never pre-rinse unless there's like actual mud on the car, so I'm not going to do that with Bilt Hamber, and I'm not going to do it with that, so hopefully that's a fair test. With foam cannon, let dwell for up to 5 minutes. Rinse all the soap from the surfaces, dry immediately. So that's a touchless wash. So it's literally the same thing as the decon wash. 4 ounces to 32 ounces of water in a foam cannon. Oh, and then it says add 1 to 2 gallons. Okay. So touchless is obviously spray and rinse. Decon wash, you're doing the same exact thing, but you're also adding soap to the sponge, and then you're using their big red sponge to go in and do that. So dilution ratios: heavy duty car wash, 1 ounce, 2 gallons; foam cannon, 4 ounce, 32; foam sprayer, 2 ounces and 32. So we're going to put this to the test, and then I'll dry each panel, and I'll kind of do a swipe test with a clean white towel, and we'll see how good these do. So, okay guys, for our dilutions, I have 500 ml of product. So for the Optimum, I'm just going to cut it in half. It says 32 ounces. That's a liter. So for Bilt Hamber, I've already calculated my PIR, 4.5 ounces. So 4.5 ounces, okay. So we'll put this in the active. And that does seem like a lot, guys, but Bilt Hamber and this, the Optimum, are really inexpensive. So I'll put up prices on the screen, and then I'll put up kind of a price per ounce compared to like maybe some other pre-washes on the market, and then we can compare from there to see like if it's actually economical. All right, so Bilt Hamber is a little bit runnier. This is definitely a little bit thicker, but we're going to do 2 ounces to 500 milliliters because it calls for 4 ounces. So pretty, kind of pretty thick, not like Incredible Suds thick, but thicker. This one smells okay. It smells fresh, like maybe melony. I'm not smelling Bilt Hamber because I've smelled it before. It does not smell good. So you can see how kind of thick that is, right? You definitely want to make sure you're mixing your chemicals up. It actually mixes up really well. We are going to spray half the car with Bilt Hamber and then half the car with the Optimum. So let's see how it does. Everything has shaken up and dissolved really, really well. So. Got run for a little bit, and we are going to keep it to, we'll do a 5-minute dwell time on there. We are at just about 5 minutes. So we'll rinse it off, try not to get the other side of the car wet. We'll dry it and then do a swipe test, and then we'll repeat with the Optimum. All right, guys, I'm gonna dry the panel here and then we'll do a swipe test. Okay, I have a brand new, this is the Rag Company Rip and Rag, new white towels, perfectly clean, okay? Nothing? Maybe the slightest. A little bit of dirt there. We're gonna go in with the Optimum. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We are at 5 minutes. Let's see how it does. Obviously, I'll come back and do a more thorough rinse, but for our testing. All right, guys, clean and dry side of the towel. Clean. Pretty good. I think, oops, maybe one speck right there. Well, not great. That was on the lower. Let's do another lower. I'll bring this up here, but you can see me swipe the back, so let's do that. Oh, sorry. Clean side, right? Yeah, one small piece of dirt. But I think the lower there was kind of the... Here, I'll do this in real time with you. I'll go clean. Clean. All right, guys, I am going to finish this wash. I'm gonna go do my contact wash, come to you at the end with my final thoughts. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you found that valuable. So some final thoughts here. So we tested the Bilt Hamber Touchless versus the new OPT Touchless Decon wash. You know, a few thoughts. You definitely saw the towel here with how much dirt was left from the Optimum. That pretty much all came from that side. So look, you know, it's pH neutral. Versus a pH of 10.5 for Bilt Hamber. Now, you know, I've heard some people say like, well, not all pH neutral is equal. I'm not a chemist. I'm not going to give you a chemistry lesson. I have no idea what makes them different. You know, I do know that the Bilt Hamber higher pH of 10.5, and it is made from sugar. It's sugar based. I looked into it. I think it's made from corn. So they pull like the sugar content from the corn and they make it, and it's supposedly safer. You did see a really good layer of secondary surfactants on the surface. This stuff really just cleans incredible, guys. I have to be honest with you. This did a much better job than this. I think Optimum, you know, to say no scrubbing necessary is a little misleading. I know Bilt Hamber is also titled Touchless, but it just means you touch the car less. So if that's what they intended, then so be it. But on their website, it does say no scrubbing required, and you just use 4 ounces to a 32 ounce. It did good. Do I think it did better or worse than any other pre-wash on the market? You know, I think it was okay, right? So the benefit to both of these products is they're actually very inexpensive. Now, you do have to use quite a bit of product, so I think that balances out. So I'll put up the prices and price per ounces on the screen so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But right now, the Optimum at the time of filming is only $15 for a 32 ounce bottle. And then the Bilt Hamber, I think on Obsessed Garage, it's $14.50 for a liter, so literally about the same amount. maybe 50 cents cheaper. But again, my PIR, which you have to, for Bilt Hamber, you have to figure out for yourself with your own pressure washer. It does require 4.5 ounces of Bilt Hamber to 16 ounces, right? So if I had a full foam cannon, that would be, what's that? That's 9 ounces in a full foam cannon. That's actually a lot of product, right? So 9 times 3, you know, so I'm only getting a handful of washes out of this. So we have to compare pre-washes. I don't think that these types of pre-washes are necessary that often. I think if the car is like significantly dirty or it's wintertime, you can go for a higher or more aggressive pH wash, higher pH wash. But typically you would probably be fine if you're doing your maintenance washes with a pH neutral wash. Like again, like take it for what it is. You saw the differences. Again, this technically is a pH of 6. This is technically a pH of 10.5. I think the Bilt Hamber cleaned better. This is supposed to be a touchless wash, and you can also do a decon wash if you use it by a mitt. We saw it did leave some dirt, right? And I followed the instructions exactly. So I think Bilt Hamber did a better job at the end of the day. Technically, it's 50 cents cheaper. So take that for what it is. I will link to both of these below. If you do want to give them a shot, all the links are below. It really helps the channel if you click those. Would really appreciate that, guys. I hope this was valuable for you today. Let me know in the comment thread what your favorite pre-wash is or what you like for your really soiled vehicles. A lot of you have given me some really good suggestions. I've gone out and I've ordered them. Like, you've given me great suggestions for wheel cleaners I haven't tried, other shampoos. I've only tried what I've tried, so I need to hear from you guys to let me know what else I should go out and try. So if you found this interesting, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe. Really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate all your support, all the engagement in the comments. So keep it coming, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks all.